it was a 4 digit passcode before, and it was a 6 digit this time. So
And
now,
now it's 013119.
yeah,
She knew her friend's passcode?
yeah, I didn't, because it used to be 2385, but when she changed it to 6,
How did Nikki know it?
maybe she knew it over the weekend, because I'd never seen a 6 digit passcode on her phone.
Is that normal to you that Nicole might share her passcode with somebody?
I wouldn't think so.
Do you know her to have done that before?
No, because she's only told me her passcode before. Like her phones are lifeline, so.
Okay. Are she close with Nicole?
She's decently close.
How long do they know each other?
Probably at least over a year.
How did they meet?
When Shanann's mom lived here, Shanann's mom worked she's a hairdresser, and Nikki was like one of the managers.
Oh.
Nicole, sorry.
Okay. And then did Shanann get her hair done there or something by Nikki?
No.
Okay.
Just Shannon's mom and Nicole were friends, and then Shannon got Nicole into the Thrive, and
okay.
went from there.
All right. So now we're at finding the phone, Nicole unlocking the phone, then what?
Waiting for everything to load up and watching all the text messages pop up, phone calls, missed calls pop up, and go from there.
And what were they?
It was just people asking like, "Are you okay? Where are you?" type things.
Okay. All right. Okay, then what?
The police officer, he looks at the phone, he just kind of looks through it just to see like if anything looks, of any of the text messages.
Mm-hmm.
And then I walk downstairs and I'm looking around down there, seeing if I see anything at all.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And then I think that was at 4 o'clock. That's when because the officer had went over to the neighbor's house to see if he saw anything. And
whose idea was that?
I think it was the officer, because
Okay.
he just went over there. And then that's when the neighbor called him back over to show him he had some stuff from the other night.
Okay.
Just show him like whatever he had that put motion on it.
Okay. Who originally called the police?
Nicole.
Okay. And is that the time when you're telling me you're coming home and she's freaking out?
She said that she told me she was gonna call the police, but I thought, okay, I'm coming home. It's like let me look through everything. Let's see what's going on here. And on my way home, that's when she called me and said the cops are here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Frederick police officer and detectives are asking Nicole and I questions about where she could have gone or who she could be with. 4 p.m. Police check neighbor security footage and question them as well. Okay. Have we talked about that? Is that where we're okay?
That's where we're at.
Anything else about that?
No, it just shows Nicole dropping her off, but her not walking up, and it shows me loading my truck up at the time I told you I left.
Okay. Officer, detective, and sergeant come by to search the house and ask some more questions. How'd that go?
They just had me sign the paperwork to search the house.
Okay.
And I just waited outside and let them go through the house. There's a missing persons warrant, I guess.
Sure. Okay. And did they find any other clues? Okay. Begin calling around to anyone I know that could know something or maybe see Shanann. Calling locals, hospitals, and hospitals as well. 7:30 p.m. Friends, Nick and Amanda come by to show support. Okay, so wait a minute, begin good. So 6 p.m. Begin calling around to anyone I know that could know something or maybe seen Shanann. What happened there?
Same thing, like everybody that I've talked to, it's just like they haven't heard from her, they haven't seen her, nothing. What's up?
Who's helping you make these calls?
That's just me.
Just
at
you?
this point.
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself. I'm sure Nicole and other people were doing that while they were gone.
Okay.
Because they were gone at this point.
Where did Nicole go?
Back to her house.
Back to her house.
She was there when they came back to search the house.
Nicole was?
She was parked outside.
When is this, 5 o'clock?
Yeah, she was parked outside.
Did she come in and help them?
No.
Why not?
Well, because they told me to wait outside.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Is there any weapons in your house?
No.
Okay. If we wanted to bring a lot more people with a lot more tools and tricks to your house, could we do that tonight?
It's up to you.
Okay.
I was gonna stay at a friend's house, and I was on my way over there
Okay.
tonight, but that's up to you.
You're gonna stay right at a friend's house?
I was,
Okay. If we were to get into your house without you there, how would we do it?
punch the passcode in the front, 2385.
Okay, and that's the garage passcode?
No, that's the front door.
And I thought you said there's a latch or something preventing you from getting in.
I know, but if you don't latch it, it's,
Is it unlatched now?
Yeah.
Okay. We might think about that. I think it's a good idea.
alright.
What do you think?
I was just gonna go to a friend's house, cause I couldn't stay there last night, I couldn't even sleep there.
What friend's house?
Nick and Amanda.
Oh, is that her friends or your friends?
They're both of our friends.
Okay,
I run with Nick,
okay. And when you say hers, is that your wife or is that Nicole's?
my wife.
Your wife's, Shanann's friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Nick and Amanda.
I think they're waiting outside right now, actually.
Oh, are they? Were they the ones I saw on TV?
More than likely.
Okay.
That one bald guy?
Young kid with the brim ball cap,
Yeah,
Colorado or something
Yep.
maybe?
that was Nick.
That was Nick, okay. I thought Nick was, no, wait, what's Nicole's son?
Nick?
So there's two Nicks now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nicole's son is Nick,
Yeah.
and your friend is Amanda. Who's
Amanda and Nick, yeah.
Are they married?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, alright.
Okay, I should say like a Nick and Amanda Thayer, put it that way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know the Thayer name, they showed up at the house at some point, right?
Yep.
Okay, alright, good friends?
Mhm.
And no reason to worry about that?
No.
How do you and Shanann know that?
The Amanda through Thrive, or actually Amanda was at Primrose at where the kids went to school.
Okay.
She used to be director there.
Oh,
And once she left as a director position, when she left to go to a different school, that's when Shanann got her on Thrive and became friends, and
Okay.
me and Nick started running, and
okay,
that's,
alright. Friends making that commercial support. Friend, is that Lauren Arnold?
yep.
Who's that?
Shanann's high school friend
Okay.
lives out here,
And how'd she find out about all this?
Facebook.
And so did you ask them who and where Shanann might be?
Oh yeah, like Shanann, Lauren and Shanann were actually supposed to meet up that day.
To do what?
Meet up at the house for just pregnancy pal thing.
At your house?
Mhm.
What time?
Don't know.
Was there any communication about that?
Not to me.
How do you know?
That was the first I had heard of it, cause she said that they were supposed to meet up that day.
Oh, when she came over at 8,
Yeah.
she said, holy cow, we were gonna meet together, something like that?
Yeah, like that, when she heard about everything on Facebook about Shanann being missing, she's like, yeah, her and I were supposed to, Lauren said her and I were supposed to meet up and do a little pregnancy pal thing.
Is Lauren pregnant?
Yes,
Okay. First kid?
third.
Okay. And so, both third kids. So they were just gonna meet up because they're expectant mothers.
Yeah, they're probably just gonna just hang out,
Yeah.
and probably haven't seen each other in a while.
Okay,
I ain't worried about her though.
okay. Who are you worried about?
Anybody that I know right now, like, if they have not told me anything, it'd drive me nuts. It's driving me nuts, cause like, there's no way, like, the people that I know that have kids that could have helped her, if she's at somebody's house right now, like, they would have had to say something by now. With all this going on, there's no way they could have kept their mouth shut by now.
So then who are you worried about?
Honestly, like, I can't really say, like, if I'm worried about anybody right now as far as, like, any of her friends that I know.
Okay,
All of them are showing, like, their deep concern about what's going on right now.
okay,
And I think, like, with that deep concern, that can't be faked.
okay. So then, who are you worried about?
It has to be somebody I don't know, honestly.
Okay,
The only thing that I can think of is somebody I don't know.
okay. Does your gut tell you that Shanann and the kids walked out, or that they were taken out?
Yesterday, I would've said they walked out. Today, I would've said, I'm leaning the other direction.
Okay. Friends Dave Cologne and Jeremy Lindstrom combined to show support. Who are they?
Dave Cologne, when I worked for Ford, he ran an auto body shop. He actually works for Boulder County Sheriff's Department now.
Oh, okay.
And Jeremy Lindstrom, he worked in the sales department at Ford when I was a tech,
Mhm.
and he works in a Ford dealership now.
Okay.
And Jeremy's daughter just watched the kids over this past weekend too, so we know them pretty well.
Oh, what's his daughter's name?
McKenna?
Okay, was she the one watching the kids the night before?
Mhm.
Okay, I saw her name in a report or something. How did that go with Dave and Jeremy?
Oh, good, they're just, just there just to show support, just, chilling in the kitchen.
Just two of them?
Yeah, then, that's me, me and them.
And Lauren and all them had gone by then?
Oh, yeah, everybody else is gone by then.
Okay. When they come over to show support, what are you guys talking about?
Just talking just about, like, what could have happened, like, do you think she could have gone somewhere, do you think she's actually taken, like, just random questions like that, and then they're just talking about just other stuff to kind of get things off my head a little bit.
Okay. Okay. 10 o'clock, I lay in bed and proceed to take calls from friends and family the rest of the night. How'd that go?
I mean, just answering, nobody could sleep, as far as East Coast, anything, like, Addie, Sam.
Who's Addie and Sam again?
Addie Mills, they're leaders in Thrive.
Okay.
They're people that Shanann reaches up to.
Okay. Have we talked to them?
Oh, yeah, he talked to them on the phone.
You have?
I texted them, like, it's all on there.
Okay. And so, the real live communication sense, we couldn't find Shanann?
Yeah, like,
With them? Okay. Have police talked to them?
I believe so.
Okay. Just on the phone?
Yes.
Are they in North Carolina?
No, they're like northeast,
Northeast what?
like Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over there.
Alright. Who else calls?
See, her mom, talked to my parents, talked to my sister, texted with Kelly, she lives in New Jersey. Oh, who else? Jeremy, Dave, all those people.
Okay. Alright. Can we talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about? So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything, okay? And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage, and the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord, okay? So you can understand what I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like, I know, like, I've talked to a few of my friends, is like, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know. It's like, if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're gonna look at me, especially with the way everything looks. And it honestly just makes me sick to my stomach, because this is something that I would never do. Ever. I know, like, you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife, at all. I'm not sure, like, what I could do to make people believe that, just because if they knew we were having marital discord, they would automatically look at me. But I would harm anybody in my family, at all. I know we were having marital discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes, we have no idea where she is, or the kids. I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Why should I believe you?
Because I'm a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a person who is never going to be abusive or physical in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife. You can talk to any of my friends, any of her friends. They know me. They know I'm a low-key guy that's quiet. I'm not about confrontation. I'm not about anything that elevates to that level. I mean, you can tell, like, if someone yells at me, screams at me, I just take it, and I just try try to get it by the wayside and get it back to where it's just a cool conversation to where like none of that gets to that height. Cause I am not that person. I've never been that person.
Okay. You can imagine it's my job, okay? And I told you that tonight, we would talk about things and might offend you, you know that we have to get to the bottom of this.
Uh-huh.
You know that,
Yeah,
okay? Would you take a polygraph?
sure.
Okay. Would you take it tonight?
In fact, that's what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I've never done one. I don't know like what it involves, but
Okay. You know where it is?
from what I've seen, it goes on your finger.
You know what the purpose of one is?
That's for a lie detector test.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't we do this? Let's take a little break. I'm gonna come back in here, because I have a lot more questions for you, okay? I want to remind you that tonight is voluntary, okay? I can't keep you in here, I won't keep you in here. If you wanna get right up and walk out of here, you can do that, okay? All right. Do you wanna keep talking with me?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what you want, I can keep talking.
Okay. And you understand that I'm not arresting you right now. You understand that you can walk out of here at any time.
Sure.
Okay. Having said that, I do want to talk to you. I have a lot more questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know where your wife is?
I mean, that's what my life is.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Okay. Let's take a tiny break. Get some water. Do you need to use the restroom?
Not right now.
Okay. There's some water, Gatorade actually, if you need it. I'm going to step out for a minute. I need to look over some of my notes. I'm going to come right back in here. I'm not going to be out very long, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
we'll have everyone else, I'm just gonna keep this room for a little bit longer. So just shuffle people through the other rooms. Alright. How you feeling?
Looking at that picture, find him. God. Celeste loved those shoes, even though they were winter shoes.
They were what?
Winter shoes.
Those are her boots, aren't they?
Shanann was gonna sell them off to, like that Facebook marketplace. She had them on the windowsill there. And when we got back from North Carolina, Cece saw them sitting over there. And she proceeded to take them back and wear them every day since they got back. No matter if it was 100 degrees outside or what, she loved those shoes. She always loves those shoes. And Bella, she always wore some flip-flops. She always will. She's just like, she loved that dress. She loved those flip-flops. Cece loves that dress. She likes the buttons on the back.
Is CC short for something?
Celeste.
Celeste. Bella and Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about them.
BNC. Celeste, she's Rampage. She's always the one that's gung-ho. She's always the one that's just like, she's off. She's either go or sleep. She's always the one growling. She's always pretending she's a tiger. Bella, she's the calm, the mothering one. She's the one that's always, you okay? You okay? You fine? Okay. She's just the sweetest little girl. She's the one that favors me more, and Celeste is the one that favors Shanann more. And the way I look at it. You see some baby pictures of me and Bella is just like, boom, she's the other way around for her.
So when you say favorite, do you mean look like?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are they both daddy's girl?
That one is.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it?
It's because the first one I wasn't really good at it yet. Second one I knew what I was doing, and she bonded with me right from the start.
Yeah.
I remember when they wore that dress. She just wore that dress not too long ago. I unbuttoned the back of it so I could get her pajamas on. She's like, no, Daddy, button. I got button. I got button. And Bella loves those spaghetti strap dresses. She likes long dresses. She was a girly girl. Always. Cece is just like, I always like tried to put her in a Supergirl t-shirt and she loved it. Every time. Cece always be smiling though. Bella, you have to like really kinda, like, you want some gum? Like, cheese. If you said you want some gum, she would have been looking in this picture. Cece's always just smiling at the camera. I gotta find him, right?
I need your help.
I gotta find him. I gotta find Shanann. It's the picture somebody sent me, or it was a side by side of Bella and Celeste and Shanann. There was a post to like one of the news companies.
Okay.
This was the picture they used of the girls.
Alright. Were you thinking about anything while I stepped out?
Just how much I wanna see these two girls and my wife again. Just I want them to come home.
I mentioned that children go missing in the FBI, it's a lot like you see in the movies.
Okay.
We like to get every single one of our resources. We like to call every agent and wake them up out of bed, call them back from vacation. We just really like to put a full force in.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you're comfortable supporting?
Yeah.
Okay. That means that I want to have as many eyes, as many hands, as many investigators, as many evidence people as we can possibly get looking at your house.
Okay.
Can we do that right this minute?
If you want to.
Okay.
I'll stay out of the way if you want.
Okay. That's usually best. For you, for us, for everyone.
You just want me to go stay at my friend's house then?
Is that an option?
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're still outside. I'm
Okay.
not sure or not, 'cause
All right.
I don't have a phone.
Oh, I forgot to ask you about your phone.
Yeah, I don't have much I didn't have signal here anyways,
Okay.
but, it's good concrete block.
So, what I might do then is in, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, I might just step out for a very quick break and just say, guys, let's go in that house right now.
2385.
You did tell me that, and I did write it. The garage is 2385?
The front door.
The front door, 2385, and that latch or whatever is not gonna get in our way?
It's,
Okay.
it should be unlatched.
Okay, good, all right.
If it is, just call me.
Now, when they go in there, I want them to run a black light over everything. I want them to collect DNA. I want them to look for hair strands and DNA samples, and I want them to look at your stuff and your wife's stuff and your children's stuff and the garage stuff and the car stuff, all of it.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any problems with that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So then I want them to do that sooner than later. I might step out here in a minute and just tell them the code and just let them know, guys, let's find how we can get these girls, okay? Can we keep talking about some complicated things?
Sure.
Some things that are gonna make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And I think you know why I have to ask them,
Yeah.
okay? And
Hard job.
it's a hard job. It is a hard job. And I'm gonna ask you one thing, and you're gonna give me an answer, and I'm gonna ask it just a slight bit different, and you're gonna give me an answer, and then about 10 iterations of this, you might get annoyed, but I do that to make sure that we understand each other. Okay, is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have your daughters who are missing, we have your wife who's missing, okay? And that's the most important thing right now, okay? Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So, you've done very good in talking to me about this really hard conversation you guys had, okay? Very good. That's sometimes hard. And I understand why sometimes someone in your position says, doesn't want to tell me about that. Because please go help me find my kids, and you don't need to know about my marriage argument, okay? So I gotta say, you've done very good at that. And I need you to keep doing that. So I need to ask you about your marriage and infidelity.
Okay.
Okay, tell me about it.
Yeah, I have never cheated on my wife,
Okay?
and I fully suspect she has never done that to me.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's always been a trustworthy person, I've always been a trustworthy person. I fully expect if we ever thought about straying another way,
Mm-hmm.
that we would tell each other before it happened.
I think that sounds ridiculous.
Okay.
Because in the history of the earth, nobody ever does that.
Okay, that's what I would like to think.
Okay.
I mean, I know mistakes happen, like,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
but that's what in my head, that's what I would
Okay.
think I would hope would happen.
Okay.
But,
Now, even though I think that sounds ridiculous,
I know.
if I was in your shoes, I'd say the exact same thing, and I believe that, okay? But I kind of don't, and you can imagine in my job, I meet all kinds of people.
Mhm.
And you can imagine that there are people who have Saturdays with their girlfriends and Sundays with their wives,
Okay.
right? And they consider themselves to be very virtuous people, okay? So, with that in mind, I don't care if there's been anything in your relationship, I just don't. And I'm not going to tell the news, and I'm not going to tell anyone, but I do need to know. So, is there anyone that you think that maybe your wife got close with?
If she did, it was very, like, secretive then, if that was the case, because
Okay.
I had no inkling
No
at
idea.
all. No,
Okay.
it wasn't even a suspicion.
Okay, not one guy. Or girl.
No, if that was the case, I mean, I didn't have one suspicion about it, like, if it happened, it wasn't even like, I wasn't aware.
Nothing
There was
on
no
your radar?
clue, there was no like,
Okay.
you know, texting with the phone like back, or like, you know, I walk in, swipe type
Yeah.
thing, I didn't really have any of that.
Okay. No perfume when she's going out with the girls?
She always sprays something
You
on
know
us.
what I mean,
Yeah, I
like
know, but
special
it wasn't,
perfume
it
and-
wasn't like, you know, like that one in a million perfume or something like that, you know?
All right. No late nights that surprised you?
No.
Okay. Now let's talk about you.
Okay.
Okay. On your end, I gotta ask, what's her name?
I don't have another one,
You sure?
I'm sure,
Okay. Would you tell me if you did?
yes.
Okay. So, again, highly trained investigator over here, right? I see pictures of you from a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I see you standing before me now. Okay, you've gotten pretty fit.
Yes.
Okay? You can imagine when guys start cheating or want to cheat, that's what happens.
Yes.
So tell me about it.
I did not cheat on my wife.
Okay.
Not Thrive helped me. I went from 245 pounds to
You were
about,
245?
I was 245
Jeez,
pounds.
you look great, man.
Thank you. And I'm 185, 180 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been eating cleaner, just trying to, the last little bit. Thrive has helped me a lot, but to maintain it and try to eat cleaner has really helped me as well.
Okay. And I've got to imagine that maybe there was a girl that inspired that?
No,
No?
no.
Okay. Why are you falling out of love?
After the last 5 weeks, like being by myself and being able to be myself again, I couldn't be myself around Jeanette anymore.
Why not?
It was like I was walking just like, you know, like walk on eggshells type thing. It's kind of like you feel like you're always doing something that's wrong. It's like you feel like you're never like, does that make sense at all?
The timing doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. But like, it's like if you can't be yourself around your wife, who can you be yourself around?
Why couldn't you be yourself around your wife?
I just felt like I'd always have to change who I was, because I was always about, I mean, I was doing the laundry, I do everything. Like, I do everything that I could for her, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the last 5 weeks, I was just, you know, just being myself, just doing me, and I just thought to myself, like, one of my buddies, Mark, he lives out in San Diego, was like, one big test that he learned, like, he was divorced at one point, and he was like, so if you could picture yourself, like, if you could picture your wife, and she was with someone else, would you get jealous? I was like, at this point, I have to say no. And he was like, well, there's your answer. Like, if you love her, it would be a different answer.
When did you start falling out of love?
It wasn't in the last 5 weeks. It's been an ongoing process for probably about a year.
Why?
I just felt like everything that we had when we first started dating and met, like we met in 2010, everything, you know, your new relationship, spark, everything's hot and heavy, everything's great. Get married, everything's still great. And then like, you know, people just fall out of love. And that's where I was. Like, I just felt like over the last year, I thought that, like, okay, maybe this is just like a phase. Maybe this, you know, like, just, you know, this is what happens. Like, you've been with somebody so long, maybe like, you know, the spark isn't there, just reignited somehow, some way. But, you know, our conversations weren't the same. Like, when we were apart, like, everything was just like, you know, short, and it was just like, nothing felt right anymore. The disconnection was there, and it just never felt right anymore.
But why?
It wasn't there. Like, I just didn't feel it. Like, it was like I didn't have that passion anymore.
Why not?
I really couldn't, I can't tell you, like, the passion, I didn't feel it in my heart anymore. Like, I really can't, like, just give you a definitive answer other than that. Just like my heart wasn't in it.
I gotta tell you, that sounds like a load of horseshit to me.
I know.
What about the girls?
Bella and Celeste are the light of my life. I'd do anything for those girls. I'd step in front of a bullet in front of a train for those girls. the relationship between me and Shanann has nothing to do with the love I have for these girls. I mean, the love for these girls, they're the light of my life. I would do anything for them.
Mhm.
But me and Shanann talked about, like, if we separated or if we stayed together, like, what's best for the kids? Like, do we stay together for the kids? That, you look it up, it doesn't work that way. Like, it might cause more issues for the kids later on down the road with their psyche or personality or something. They know when they get older, they see, like, oh, mom and dad don't sleep in the same room anymore, like, what's going on, type thing.
Okay. If you had to guess, if you had to put your finger on it, if you had to, why do two people that are hot and heavy, that have kids that they love, what happened?
I mean, you can't take the kids into the factor because, like, when the love you have for your kids is gonna be, like, exponential. I mean, it'll, no matter what, that will never die.
Mhm.
Cause those are your kids.
Mhm.
That'll never die. Between you and your wife, like, the love that you have for each other, like, from start to finish, like, from right when you started to wherever if your relationship ends, like, when you're in that type of relationship, you're with somebody for that long, something happens, like, something like, if it's just conversations, or if it's just like, I mean, it's not attractiveness at all, like, it's just a connection that isn't there, like, when you can, like, look at someone, or just, like, put your forehead to their forehead, and you just, like, hold them, and you know what each other's thinking, that's a connection. I didn't have that connection anymore.
Okay. What do I do to help you walk out of this room and not look like the person who's responsible?
You have to trust me, that when I tell you that these two beautiful girls right here, I did nothing to them, and to my beautiful wife, I did nothing to her. Like, you have to trust me and believe me. Like, I know you don't know me as you've known me for like 2.5, 3 hours,
Mhm.
and I don't know what your opinion is, but you have to realize that these two beautiful girls right here and my wife, I had nothing to do with the disappearance. Like, they vanished, they were taken, someone has taken them, they're safe somewhere, we don't know. I had nothing to do with this act of, like, evil cruelty, whatever has happened here. Because my love for these two girls and my wife, like, I don't want anything to happen to them. I've never wanted anything to happen to them. No matter if me and my wife separate or not, or divorce, or anything, I never wish harm on anybody, on a human being in general.
Okay.
Like, just seeing that picture, like, I want them just to run through that front door and just grab me,
Mhm.
or just tackle me, knock me to the floor, bust my head, I don't care. The amount of love I have for my family is exponential, and it's never gonna die. And I want them back.
Okay.
I have to have them back.
Tell me about a normal day in your house.
So, like, one when I'm actually home all day.
Let's pick a day.
Okay,
Two
let's pick a Saturday.
months ago.
Let's pick a Saturday.
Let's pick a school day.
A school day, okay. So, well, I'm usually at work,
Okay.
but, so usually
On
I'm.
their lives and your lives.
Okay, so school day, so I'll get up about 4 o'clock, I'll go down, work out for maybe about an hour or so.
At your house?
Yeah, it's a weight bench in the basement.
Okay.
So, get done with that, come back upstairs, probably about 5 o'clock, I'll eat some breakfast, make some eggs, cottage cheese or something like that. Everybody's still sleeping. I'll make the girls milk, I'll make Cece's milk, I'll bring it upstairs. Bella's usually kinda iffy on milk in the morning, so I just
Okay.
fill up the water bottles,
Mhm.
put it in the refrigerator. Make sure the backpacks have changed clothes, their hat, and if it's like a swim, like a water day or something, make sure they have water shoes in there, make sure they have sunscreen, make sure that all that in their backpacks,
Change clothes for what?
in case they have an accident. like-
Oh, okay, 'cause they're little, yeah. Okay,
I mean, not much Bella, but Celeste.
sure.
And make sure they have their little blankies if they, whenever they go nap.
Okay.
They have all that with them. I have that all laid out, and then I go to work.
Mhm.
So when Shanann, well, the kids dictate when Shanann wakes up, and usually it's Bella. She'll come in there, lay in the bed with her. And then Celeste, she'll wake up, she'll come in and lay in the bed with her, and they'll watch cartoons for a little while at least.
Mhm.
And probably about 6:30, Shanann she'll probably be in the bathroom at this point in time while they're watching, 'cause Celeste has her milk at that point in time, and she's just chilling in the bed.
Okay.
Shanann's getting ready, she'd probably take a shower, put makeup on, all that kind of stuff, and then takes the kids over into their rooms, gets them dressed, out of their pajamas, and Bella has a school uniform, Cece didn't have one yet, so, get them dressed, go downstairs, have breakfast. Cece will probably have cereal, Bella probably, some like cinnamon toast.
Mhm.
Have that, they might have a little snack on the way to school, maybe some dry cereal or something.
Okay.
Put them in the cars and go to school.
Mhm.
And then they'll stay at school usually until about 4:00, 4:30. I'll usually be home by then, I can go pick them up, I go in there, sign them out, get them in the car, drive back, they'll be screaming the whole way 'cause they want mommy,
Mhm.
'cause that's what they do after a long day of school.
Mhm.
And get home, Shannon will have something for the girls, being whatever they want, might be pizza, sometimes they want french fries, sometimes they want chicken nuggets, sometimes kielbasa, just whatever. Most of them, they have butter noodles, they love that.
Okay.
So, wash their hands, sit them at the table, and they'll eat their dinner.